Love that movie.
Here we go. We live, baby. Hit that like.
That's my baby.
I'm dying.
That's my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
I just want 5 minutes of happiness, please. Just give me 5 minutes.
And they scored! They did it!
Left, feet left.
What the hell was that?
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Good morning, A2D Radio. God, I have been waiting to do that for years. That is satisfying. Don't adjust your dials. Don't look outside. It sucks outside. It's gloomy as all hell. But it is 9 a.m. Eastern Central Time, and we have a very, very special episode of In This Very Ring happening right now. Rich,
Excellent.
Butters, why are you guys doing it at 9 a.m.? Well, I have something to do tonight. This man over here has a 15-hour shift ahead of him tomorrow. So I had the day off. I said, screw it. Let's do it. So
Do it.
Team No Sleep over here is the mayor of Toasty Town, Butters. I am the commissioner, Ritz, and this is In This Very Ring.
Hey man, it's hard to be the mayor of Toasty Town sometimes.
But can I
just don't
just
get no
comment on the
sleep.
fact that you're doing this show from your car, but you managed to bring all your sound equipment and you're ready to go, and you have the best sound, the best picture of anybody that's done a show from their car. This is phenomenal.
Hey man, I like to be ready. I try to be ready. I try to be good. Ooh yeah.
In This Very Ring, every single week, is brought to you by our friends at Body Check Wellness. Body Check Wellness is a line of products that promote wellness, balance, and recovery by using the full potential of hemp. They come in extracts, blends, gummies, and topicals. Use promo code A2D for 20% off your order at bodycheckwellness.com. Dr. Paul Vidal at Specialized Physical Therapy. He has 2 locations, Burlington and Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He's our doc. Make him yours. Check him out on the web at specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Many of us and our friends deal with mental health and addiction issues. We're very happy here at HG Radio to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need mental health therapy or addiction detox, please call 856-651-8117 and tell them Tom sent you. Looking to buy or sell a home? Looking for a change in career or brokerage? Contact Alan Foy of eXp Realty LLC at 302-682-8820. Once again, that's Alan Foy at exprealty.com. Also, brand new sponsorship. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code HDRadio at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Use promo code HDRadio for 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Manscaped.com also brings us our poll question for today. More WWE releases are to come. Hashtag agree, disagree. Butters, so let's set the stage before we get any more into this. Earlier this week, WWE released Braun Strowman, Aleister Black, Lana, Ruby Riott, Santana Garrett, and Buddy Murphy. Okay. That being said, before you break your oh no. So I know where I stand on this, and I'm just doing this now. Now more than ever, this is just to get a rise out of you. But do you think more releases are? Oh, here we go.
Some of your greatest talent. You have Ruby Riott. You have Buddy Murphy. Aleister Black, who you just started a program last week with. Vignettes for weeks before that. Braun Strowman, who was just in the main event of WrestleMania Backlash. And you released them. I'm pretty sure there's other talent you could have released. Unless some of these actually ask for their release. Like, give me a fucking break. Throw me a bone. Your shit's going down the tube and you... What?
Nothing. Keep going.
Your ratings are going down the tube. Your shit's about as stale as day-old bread. And you're going to release talent that could actually get you there. I was looking forward to the Aleister Black stuff. Buddy Murphy, you could have done a lot more with. He's had some amazing matches with Aleister Black. Braun Strowman was working himself there. Ruby Riott could have been a great singles wrestler, but you put her with Liv in a tag team, which was great, but you never pulled the trigger on the titles. Oh, my dear Lord. What for? Why would you make the cuts? What? To try to get a little extra money because you're going live? Bitch, you're going to make that money back! If it's all about restructuring, make a little money, make a little here, make it, ask them if they want to restructure the contract. Screw it. I don't get it.
All right, so before we get into my point, that's really just going to piss you off more, because I took a very realistic, cynical look at this earlier this week, just because I can. And I more or less did it for fun to see who I can get a rise out of. Now,
I mean, look at you. You look a little cynical.
Now,
looking like a villain from a Disney movie.
I'm okay. I'm 100%. Now, knowing where you stand on it, I'm going to have more fun with this. But let's get to the comments. We got Brian Daly from the Hockey Happy Hour saying, "What's up, fam? Been a while. What's going on, Mr. Daly? I heard that LA Knights game last night was insane. So check out Hockey Happy Hour Thursday night with Brian, Rob Poe, and Maddie Sensuti. They're going to break down all the NHL playoff situations, everything going on there. Frank Besby from HUD Wednesday night. Hey, yo, sorry to bother you at work. First, I agree to the poll. Second, where's Butters going? Believe it or not, Butters left one job, went home, tried to go night-night. It didn't work too well for him because he got off a few hours ago. Then,
I was off yesterday.
Oh. Wait, never mind. Screw it. Hasn't really been to sleep yet. Packed up all his stuff. Went to his job today, which is at Cards and Comics, which you can catch them off of North Fraser in Conroe. Big shout out to Rob and Shannon up at Cards and Comics. Home of the original home of In This Very Ring. Well, not the original home, but like a big home for us. We did the show out of there for a year?
Oh, yeah. Till COVID.
Yeah, till COVID, pretty much. So get a lot of love for them up there. A lot of love. And now, so that's where he's sitting outside of right now. Brian Daly also from the Hockey Happy Hour again. He's going to agree to the poll. Over on Twitch, XGamer55 says, hi, what's going on?
Hello.
Jeff Warner from Birds of a Feather every Thursday night with Chucks, Pete, and Chrome says, whoa, Saturday morning? And agree, Vince is selling the ship. We're going to break into all of that in our next segment where we talk about the future of WWE. Edie Zahari, Vince will sell WWE sooner rather than later, before the end of the year. Frank, again, also, was there a reason behind the Braun Strowman release? Wasn't the company very high on him? If he jumps to AEW and headlines the new show once they expand to more titles, I can see him in the title picture out the get-go. And then Frank Vespi, Mark Henry's, and he went over to YouTube. Okay, so let's break it down. I'm going to bring it down. You're going to hate everything I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Everything I'm about to say. I'm going to take each individual person, and I'm going to start from the portion the people I care the least about, and work my way up. Santana Garrett, don't care. Have a great future. We wish you the best of luck on your future endeavors.
Great talent.
Great talent, but they didn't do anything with her.
Exactly.
Right? She really never got a footing and got momentum. Does it suck to see her go? Yes, because I do think with everybody, right? Everybody on this list, I do think they have great potential. But fortunately, unfortunately, whatever you want to call it, right, with Santana, they didn't do enough with her for it to really hinder her. She was there for a cup of coffee and left.
Pretty much.
Okay. Now, let's go to Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy was great as a cruiserweight champion. The whole cruiserweight time frame that he had, fantastic. Once he became Seth Rollins' bitch boy, I very, very I didn't care for him too much. I still thought he's a great talent, but I didn't care for him too much. And then they do this weird love relationship thing with Mysterio's daughter that happens for like half an hour, and then he's gone. Right? So I think he's going to blow up wherever he goes. But again, I don't care. Bye. All right? Lana. You built Lana up. You put her through 10 tables. You had her put Nia through a table. You put her with partner after partner after partner after partner, all vying for an opportunity at the women's tag team titles. Right? But the problem with Lana is while she's a great vocal piece, the talent, it's there, but it's not there. Right? For as much as she's been wrestling over the last year and a half to 2 years, she should look a lot better in the ring than she does. Right? Now, granted, she's leaps and bounds better than what she was those first couple matches, where it was just brutally painful to watch. But that being said, we wish you the best of luck on your future endeavors. I will say this, I'm going to catch a lot of flack for it, but after going back and watching a lot of Miro's promos and things like that, keep her away from him. Do not put those two back together. She can be in the crowd for big moments, whatever, but do not put her back with him right away, right? He's doing great things right now. He doesn't need a mouthpiece. He doesn't need eye candy. Let him be. Let Miro be Miro. Okay? Fight me on it. I don't give a fuck. Yes, it's good. Okay? Now, who's next? Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott, again, we go back to you gave opportunity to. You never capitalized on what you had with Ruby Riott. Right?
Well, that's the problem is they never capitalize on anything. They give it to the point where they should capitalize, and then they just...
I trust me, right? I get it, but still, you didn't do anything with it, so all right. This might be a big push for Liv.
I hope so.
We saw Liv last night against Carmella, right? I don't know how the match ended. It was 12 hours ago.
Carmella submitted Liv.
Okay, fine. But sucks to see her go, but this could be good for Liv. Aleister Black. No, I'm going to save Aleister Black for the end. Braun Strowman was your monster. You did everything you could to get him over. You got him over. You made him a God-blessed Universal Champion. And then nobody cared. Nobody gave a damn anymore. Do you want to know why nobody gave a damn anymore? Because WWE went in and they didn't say, hey, you know what? Fuck Braun Strowman. He's not good enough. They said, we don't need to build our company around monsters. Big men. We don't need to build them around the big men anymore. Right? Is Bobby Lashley kind of a stacked dude? He is, but still, you can still understand if somebody beats him. Right? Somebody like an AJ Styles goes in and beats him. Drew McIntyre, same concept. Right? Even Roman, even the tribal chief isn't a big dude. Right? He's just muscular. He's an athlete. They're all supposed to be. But if I turn around and said, hey, Kofi's going to beat Roman, at Money in the Bank next month, you could believe it, right? It doesn't fit the story, and you're trying to figure out how drunk I am and what got us here, but you could believe it, right? But somebody like Braun, we'd always have to say, all right, who's going to be able to stop Braun Strowman? Who's going to be able to do that? And then just nobody cared anymore.
They stopped caring when you kept letting him get beat by Brock Lesnar every fucking month.
But that's
They stopped caring.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because Brock should, and I can't believe, and I said this in our chat, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Brock should be the only monster, oh my fuck, how are we going to beat him person on your roster?
They stopped caring when you gave him the tag titles with a child.
No, they didn't.
You know, unless you want to, unless
title run happened after that, you shut your mouth.
You know, I'm talking about some people in general. You know, unless you're trying to build new monsters in Omos.
But Omos has done fuck all. Nobody cares about Omos, right? He's a tag team champion with AJ Styles that nobody remembers.
Well, yeah, because they don't do much with them.
Exactly. Thank you. I rest my case. Now, that being said, you want me to tell you the exact moment that the WWE Universe looked at Braun Strowman and went, ha, no. It was when they did the Strowman Express gimmick. This most recent gimmick. You were the monster among men again. You were fucking everybody up. Now you're coming out looking like some, oh my God, what was the group in the 90s? The army group that they had. Either way, people know what I'm talking about.
Oh, you mean like they did with the Great Khali, give him that dumbass dancing gimmick?
That's when everybody hated Khali too. But they also hated Khali because he could never wrestle. He could never, ever, ever could wrestle.
He was just your typical big monster that could only do a couple moves.
3 moves. Okay? Braun at least had a move set. I gotta give
Braun could at least run.
Also, yes. But when you started doing this Strowman Express gimmick, it didn't work out.
Adding train sounds didn't help either.
The worst. That was when everybody said, screw it. Okay? Now, Aleister Black. Okay? Aleister Black, I think, is the only one who truly loses out here. But at the same time, if you go back and you listen to, because Chrome sent us the highlights from that stream he did right after he was released. Everybody was super high on Aleister Black, right? You repackage him, you do this Dark Father gimmick, you put him in a feud with Big E that nobody cares about, right? That's your only downside is you put him in a feud. I get where you're going to go with it, right? Feud with Big E, get Big E out of the way, take the title off of Apollo or in some way, shape, or form, put the title on Aleister because Vince said to Aleister, I don't want your first U.S. title win to be without fans.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And he said that to a lot of people. Right? And I see the comments are blowing up right now, like Damian Hernandez saying, McMahon's a heartless, careless, greedy piece of shit, doesn't care about anybody or anything but the money that's going in his bank account. I disagree, and I'm gonna go to bat for Vince here in a minute. Good riddance to Braun Strowman. That's what he gets for telling indie wrestlers to quit wrestling since they can't afford it during COVID. Dumb, narcissistic jerk. Stop. Okay? I completely agreed with Braun coming out and saying, hey, if you can't afford to wrestle, don't be wrestling right now. Because it's probably expensive to go from city to city or town to town or whatever. And during the time of a lockdown, like I can understand right now if he came out right now with everything reopening up and say, hey, if you can't afford it, don't do it. Right? All right, now you look stupid. But in a time where nobody's working, right, all this other stuff, if you don't need to be spending that money and you're not going to make more than what you spend, don't go do it, right?
Yep.
Don't put yourself in a loss situation just to keep practicing your craft.
Oh, big time.
Right? I totally get it. I totally understand the whole idea of I have to pay to go to work and this, that, and the other thing, right? But at least make that money back and then some. Make it profitable for you. Because if it's not profitable for you, you shouldn't be doing it. Now, I'm going to finish talking about Aleister Black, and then I'm going to go to McMahon's defense, okay? Because everybody wants to shit on McMahon, and I'm going to defend McMahon for a minute here. It'll probably come back to bite me one day, but I'm going to do it anyway.
I might actually have to defend him too here in a second. I'll be with you on that one.
So, Aleister does this Dark Father gimmick. They put it, and the promos are good, right? It really has you wondering what the fuck are they doing. And then you put him with this feud with Big E, and you know, like in the back of your mind, well, yeah, this feud with Big E is stupid. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Their characters are so different. And no one really can vibe with it. The matches are good, but the everything else, you're just kind of like, what? What are we doing here? But you know it's leading to a title run for Aleister. It's just tough to get there. But Aleister being released, I don't think is a bad thing. Because now he has the opportunity to say, hey, you know what? Everything I did in NXT was great. Once I came up to the main roster, I couldn't really find my footing. I couldn't, get whatever. And so it's a good riddance. Bye. See ya. Go to AEW. Go fuck somebody's day up over there. And, go fight Mox when he comes back. Okay? Oh, hey, look. Who decided to get up and join us this morning? It's the Godfather of HUD Radio. The one.
What's
the
up?
only, Mr. Tom Arnone. What's up, Tom? To the poll. Okay. LOL. Agree. I can't type this morning. Go get some coffee, brother. Butter's got a microphone in the car. I love it. Yeah, see, here in this very ring, we either do it all the way or we don't do it at all.
No half-assing.
Damn right. And Chuck's Moranin from Birds of a Feather chiming in. Gentlemen, what's going on, Chuckster?
What up, Chucks?
Actually, I need to send you and Chuck's the Star Wars fan theory video series I found. It's What If Mace Windu Trained Darth Maul? It's a 3-part series. I really need to send it to you because that last video is about an hour long. And when I tell you I've never wanted a fan theory to happen more in my life, it's this one.
Ah, that's why he's pissed, because Mace wouldn't give him the title of Sith Lord.
No, it actually has Mace training him as a Jedi. And completely,
oh, Lord.
Completely 180s the events of episode 3. In the best way ever. So good. All right, but now here I'm going to step on my soapbox and I am going to defend McMahon. Okay? At the end of the day, let's remember one thing. This is a business. Okay? This is a business. This is a multi-million-dollar corporation. Okay? Borderline billion-dollar company. Right? And you have to look at every aspect of things. It's no different than an NFL team. Right? You release people to bring people in. You create room for salary cap to bring people in. Right? I'm not saying that WWE has a salary cap, but they damn sure have a budget. They have a
Who's to say these releases were meant for going back on the road?
Exactly, right? You're going to have to they cut costs last year.
If what you've heard is true about Strowman's contract, that was a big contract that you could cut to save money to go back on the road.
Exactly. Right? And no one has a guaranteed contract.
Unless you're a main eventer that's got it written into your contract.
Unless you're like the fucking Rock.
Exactly. The Rock, pretty sure Roman, Cena, all of them have got it in their contract, but
right?
Unless you're some big name that can get away with it.
But to sit here and bash Vince, everybody wants to bash Vince, right? And
at the end of the day, yes, he's got the final. I'm pretty sure he's got the final say. But who's to say at the end of the day, he's not the one that come up with those cut ideas? Who's to say it wasn't,
There's some dickhead in the finance department.
who's to say it
sitting
wasn't the
there
new,
crunching
what's his
the
name, Nick
numbers.
Khan, the new guy?
The president. No. I don't even think it's that. Listen, I don't think it's anybody on an executive level, right? I think it's some dickhead in an office on the 15th floor of the building looking at the numbers and was tasked with the numbers of saying, hey, who can we cut? What can we do to save ourselves money because we're going to do X, Y, and Z, or we want to bring in X, Y, and Z. Money needs to be allocated. They said, hey, you cut these 6 people, we got what we need.
And who's to say they don't bring them back later on down the line saying, hey, all right, we're getting money back. Let's go ahead and bring you back,
If you want to come back, right?
Yeah. Because I can see Braun might come back. Ruby might come back just to be back with Liv. Aleister Black.
If you bring Ruby back at this point, though, no more Riot Squad.
Bring back Aleister Black because, if what, it's been said is true, him and Vince got a thing going, kind of like the whole Drew McIntyre Vince thing. It's one of those things that shit happens.
That's the other thing. You want to sit, everybody wants to sit there and bash Vince, but then you hear these stories of, Aleister, how he was saying, what he was saying about Vince, right? And how understanding and kind and caring Vince is. And then look at Mark Henry. Mark Henry worked for the other company as a color commentator because he flat out was told by Vince. He went to Vince. He said, hey, I want to do something different. I want to move up. I want to whatever. And Vince looked at him. I don't have anything for you.
And if what's been said is true about Vince, though, also is he's told people, hey, if they're going to offer you more money to go, at the end of the day, if they're going to offer you more money and that's what you think is best for your family, then take it.
Exactly. At the end of the day, Vince wants whatever is best for the wrestler to do, right? And if he's got a spot for you, right, he'll try to make it work. But Mark wanting to transition to road agent or color commentary or whatever, he had nothing for him, right? He's scaling back on the commentary teams as it is, right? We've got Edie saying Disney or NBC will possibly buy WWE from Vince, and Vince will retire from good. All this talks of WWE, of Vince selling WWE.
I don't think they're selling.
I don't think they are either.
I think it's just a move to make money to go back on the road.
And it might be that. It might be to bring somebody else in.
That too, that's a big possibility. Hell, they could be scaling back just enough because you've heard the rumors they're trying to dip their toes in with New Japan. So maybe scaling back on some of the, talent to pull some of their talent in.
Exactly, right? Animal Instinct goes on to say Strowman getting cut is worth it if Brock comes back. Strowman's Big Show version 2. I mean, I get it. I get where he's coming from there. I don't completely hate that, right? I think Lesnar is coming back. He was moved
back to the active roster this past week.
Right. We've said it a lot on this show because we always seem to bring up the big bitch Brock Lesnar.
Always somehow comes out every week. I don't know how.
The next
it
big
just
sorry, it's just an instinct. But SummerSlam, I think SummerSlam's that time for Brock to.
And that's the rumor is SummerSlam main event. They don't know which main event. It could be Raw. It could be SmackDown. You don't know. And he could not come back at all at SummerSlam at this point. Or he could just come back at the end of one of the matches, wreck house and say, I'm back, bitches, and walk out.
Exactly. We've got Animal saying once Vince passes away, wrestling will be dominated by indie midgets and glorified indie wrestlers. All right, back up. Back the fuck up.
Indie midgets? All right, boys and girls. It is at the point of this show where we've just lost our fucking minds.
Like, when Vince, here's what nobody realizes. When Vince passes away, Triple H and Stephanie are running this fucking company. Okay?
Oh, big time.
And everybody you've got in your big title pictures, with the exception of Roman, most of these guys are indie wrestlers. Everybody was in the indie scene at one point in time. We can argue it all. So enough with this, dominated by indie wrestler stuff.
That's how you get your fucking start. Most of the people do. 90% of these people get their start in the indies. You could go so much as to say that back in the territory days, those were the indies of today. You know, yeah, you had your couple big companies, but at the end of the day, the indies is where everybody gets their start. I could be in Joe Mama's backyard wrestling, fucking getting my ass put through a plastic table, and that's an indie wrestling scene, to some people. So at the end of the day,
you do kind of look like that guy that jumps through the barbed wire and the fluorescent lights and oh my God. Frank, are you still here?
Not him. No, hell no. Not that.
Frank,
Not that dumb douche.
I see Frank's in the chat again, and we're gonna get to Frank's comment after we get to Edie's.
But not that dumb douche. I'm not that dumb.
Frank,
I
need
that guy's a fucking idiot.
Of Butter's face on that guy's body. I need it. Oh my God.
I've seen those videos. And that guy's an idiot.
Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna have. If Frank doesn't do it, I'm gonna have Ryan do it because Ryan will do it.
Why would you put yourself through that kind of pain?
Because you're an idiot. Edie says McMahon's a great businessman. Be in the wrestling business. Nobody can do that better than Vince. We're missing a lot of words here. Do his age or his ability to put a show.
I think what he's saying is at this point in Vince's age, that Vince is losing his mind a little. Like Vince's mind, basically what he's trying to say is at this stage in Vince's life, Vince needs to take a step back because his age is getting to him.
And I'm okay with that, but we don't need to bring it up every time, right? And I think that's where I get so tired with the internet wrestling community.
They're blaming everything on Vince.
One, we want to blame everything on Vince, and I get it. He owns the company, right? And
he's the one running the show, so it's the easiest target.
Right. That's the easiest target. That's like when we blame everything. I shouldn't say we. That's right. You don't see Tom coming on here and yelling at Jeffrey Lurie, right, for poor decisions that the Eagles make every time. Who does he yell at? He yells at Howie Roseman, right? There was a fucking Fire Howie campaign on this platform for several months during the football season.
Why aren't they blaming Bruce Pritchard or Kevin Dunn or
Thank you. Right.
Blame somebody else. There's other people backstage that Vince's goons that whisper in Vince's ear, "Hey, maybe we should do it this way."
And that's what makes Vince do a change because he trusts these people.
Exactly.
Right. Vince surrounds himself with people he trusts. And again, I
can almost guarantee you Hunter and Stephanie could say something, but Kevin and Bruce could come up behind him and go, "Don't do it that way. Do it this way. I'm telling you, this will work this better." And Vince is going to do it because those are his yes men, his cronies. At the end of the day, why aren't we blaming the other two jackasses or somebody else that's backstage that we know is backstage that can pipe a little in Vince's ear and make Vince change it? Because at the end of the day, who's to say Vince is actually running this shit? It's just he's listening to his little cronies.
I just grow so tired. And this is why, if you ever notice on any of the group chats we're in, any of the wrestling groups that we're in on Facebook together, you don't really see me talk a lot about it when people start bringing up their problems with, WWE saying it's all Vince. Do I agree that Vince McMahon is the end-all, be-all, all say of it? Yeah, I do. But do I think a lot of the time that it's a decision he makes on his own? No. I don't. Right? And I grow so tired of it. When did we, as fans, because at the end of the day, we're all fans. And Edie and Animal and all you guys that have chimed in, I appreciate it, right? I'm not trying to say your opinion's wrong or anything like that. You guys are 100% entitled to your opinion and all that. But for me, I want to know, when did we as fans of this industry, because at the end of the day, we're all fans of the industry, not just one company, did we decide to turn around and say, hey, Vince McMahon is the devil. He's the Antichrist, and we know better.
The moment social media was born?
Yeah, I guess, right? But, and don't get me wrong.
The moment we had a soapbox to ride on.
Don't get me wrong. Throughout the course of this show, today, 6 months ago, and 2 years from now, we will turn around and say how we don't like something. But that's all right. That's our opinion. But that doesn't mean for me to turn around and say, just because I don't like it.
That's
I
why
want
it's
Vince
agree to
head.
disagree, boys and girls.
Right? But not even that. That has nothing to do with that, right? That has everything to do with the fact of I don't want to say, hey, I don't like the fact that God, where do I want to? I'm gonna pick something random.
That would be like blaming Cody for all of AEW's problems.
Right. Which you don't see anybody doing. You
No,
don't
'cause
see
they're
anybody jumping on the soapbox wanting to blame Cody.
Because that's the new hotness right now. You can't blame the new hotness for anything. They don't. It's the new hotness does no wrong right now. Give it a few years and they'll finally fucking come to realization that
Everybody's on the defending AEW soapbox, right? I watched AEW Dynamite last night at the bar. And yes, I'm skipping around a little bit because now it's relevant.
It really is at this point.
And we're going to talk about Andrade. We're going to talk about what that means for the company. And I really want to talk about Jungle Boy. I had a very good conversation with Jax last night about Jungle Boy.
Oh, yeah.
You have Britt Baker have a championship ceremony last night on AEW Dynamite with the most ragtagged group of individuals in the ring ever. Vicky Guerrero was in the ring. Nyla Rose was in the ring. Two dudes that I don't even know who they were in the ring. It looked like a ragtag group of people. And this all led to Nyla Rose. I'm pretty sure it was Nyla Rose. I was singing karaoke while also watching the celebration. But I'm pretty sure it was Nyla Rose like flipped out and attacked Britt during the ceremony. Why have her out there if she's going to attack it? Right? You set that up for a return, for a surprise, for somebody to run down and attack her. Not attack her because they're out there and they don't like what she's saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
if that's the case, then you just have the whole women's locker room attack her.
Exactly. And then I watched back the Andrade thing. I like Andrade. I'm a big Andrade fan. I was a big Andrade fan ever since his match with Johnny Gargano at TakeOver Philadelphia a few years ago. But that intro last night, having Vicky come out, who has atomic heat no matter where she goes. The wrestling community hates this woman. And I think they just love to hate her. Like, I think they like her, but they love to hate her so much that it's become a gimmick.
Oh, yeah. She's probably the best heel in wrestling of this era.
And she doesn't even have to say a word.
Nope.
She just has to show up, put her face on camera.
The moment they see her, it's straight up electric heat.
But I think it ruined Andrade's surprise return.
Well, yeah, because they're already fucking booing. She introduces them like, oh, who, what?
No, nobody reacted. Nobody reacted because they were too busy booing her. And then he walked out, and it was like the people behind the ring. So like you're watching it on TV, and you've got that elevated section behind the ring. Those people flipped their shit.
It's like an 18-wheeler trying to stop on a dime.
Yeah, like I felt like that would have been so much better because he spoke great. His promo was great.
Oh yeah,
to a degree.
He can speak.
He can speak. Right? Let him just come out. Just give him his music, whatever his music's gonna be. Right? Because you don't give him music, he just walks the fuck out.
I think that was just I hope, or at least I hope, anyways. Think that was just a way to introduce him, and she's not going to be a manager or anything. I just hope to God.
So do I.
I just feel like that it really would have been a good way to introduce him with Vicky if the fans just, like you said, wasn't booing so fucking much.
Now, I can understand the introduction with Vicky if we were nervous about Andrade's speaking ability, right? Because she does speak Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If there was some kind of nervousness about it, okay, that makes total sense. Maybe not necessarily send him out with Vicky, send him out with, You know what? I actually don't know if Excalibur speaks Spanish or not. I don't want to assume that just because he wears the mask.
Which is a good thing in this day and age in cancel culture.
Well, right though, but let's assume that it is that Excalibur does, right? Because you have Tony do all the other introductions.
Yeah.
Let Excalibur go out there and do the introduction for Andrade. Put somebody out there that's not gonna get mega heat, unless you want Andrade to get mega heat out the gate.
Hell, I mean, you could have brought somebody in for a one-time entrance. You could have brought, I wouldn't say Zelina Vega, but you could have brought, Ricardo Rodriguez or somebody that could introduce him that wouldn't get the boos that Vicky could get.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You put somebody like Excalibur in there.
I'm just trying to go with somebody that would speak Spanish because we don't know if Excalibur speaks Spanish.
Correct. Grab somebody other. Hold, please.
That's why I said you could do Ricardo.
You have Ray Phoenix on their Spanish commentary team.
There you go.
Right? Bring Phoenix out there and do it, because I'm pretty sure Phoenix speaks English too.
I think so.
Right? But, what are we doing here at this point? Because I don't really want him with Selena again.
I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think so either. That ship has 100% sailed.
I think, honestly, he'll do good by himself. If this promo is anything, for future for the future, this promo said it all, that he could stand by himself. You give him the mic, you let him speak.
For a second. There we go.
He does good.
We lost you there for a second.
Oh, you gave him the mic, you let him speak. He cuts a good promo. I don't know why WWE was so hesitant to give the man the mic. Why they had to have somebody speak for him.
Well, because they came out, not they came out and said it, but it got released that during his time in WWE, where he was kind of on the mountaintop, his English was not as good as it is right now. Right? Because even Charlotte has come out and said when she first started dating him, there was a lot of communication issues early on because he was still learning the language.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that's pretty recent. So I understand having Selena there as his mouthpiece. Plus, in that dynamic, it worked. Right?
Yeah.
In the dynamic of Zelina and Andrade and how Andrade wrestles and his style, everything like that, having a mouthpiece like that worked. Now, everybody's saying Zelina's going to re-sign with WWE, all this other stuff. Enough. Stop. But here's the comment I want to bring up. Andrade will beat Omega for the AAA Mega title. Rosca says Andrade is the next AEW champion. Okay. June 26th is a Saturday Night Dynamite. Okay. That's when Jungle Boy faces Kenny Omega for the AEW World title. My conversation with Jax last night all spawned from the idea of that Andrade's Omega hunting. He's hunting for Omega. But I like Edie's comment, and that's what Jax and I are talking about. I think Jungle Boy beats Omega, and Andrade beats Kenny for the AAA title.
I wholeheartedly 100% agree with that one.
Right? Because Andrade's going to be all elite. We know that. But I think that it's going to start the Jungle Boy beating Omega is going to start the Omega downfall.
I was going to say it's going to start that downward spiral.
Yep.
And then Moose is taking back that Impact title.
And then hopefully we get rid of Don Callis.
Nah, I think he's no longer with TNA, so we'll probably see Callis as Omega's manager for a while. If what I've heard is true.
I've never disliked somebody for just their pure essence as a human being than I do for Don Callis. Like, there's something that when you see him, you're just like, God, I hate you. Like, his entire presence just annoys me.
And that, I think we spoke on this last time we were on the last time we were on, is you went into full blown detail for your hatred for Don Callis, and I loved it.
Yeah, it's tiring.
But I do wholeheartedly 100% think that Don Callis is in it for the long haul right now.
It makes me sad. It makes me so sad.
The Good Brothers being on Impact, and so I gotta wholeheartedly agree with you on the whole downward spiral of Kenny Omega, starting with Jungle Boy, followed by, I'd say, Moose, then Andrade for the topper.
I'd be okay with that.
Because you have Kenny 4 belts right now.
Yeah.
Because he's holding 2 TNA titles. Just fucking merge them. Just make it one title. The whole, and I'm honestly surprised they haven't let Kenny Omega win the United States Japan Championship from Moxley, just to say he's got another damn belt.
Moxley's out. Moxley's gonna be out for a while though.
Yeah, wife's about to give
So
birth.
Damien wants to know, how long do y'all think it'll take till we see Keith Lee going to AEW with Mia Ying? I don't think we see Keith Lee go yet.
Keith Lee, I think, staying in WWE for a while. I think he's got some health issues, especially with his latest tweet that he wanted to educate people on what was going on, but he didn't know how to do it at the time. And then he's going to do it when he can figure out the best way to do it. So I think it's health issues that are keeping him back. So I see him in the WWE with Mia Yim for a long while. Because she's supposed to make her debut on SmackDown anytime soon.
Well, and especially knowing that how Vince and the WWE, they like to take care of their people. So if he's going through some kind of health issue, then they're going to do everything they can for him.
Yep. Exactly. 100%. And Keith Lee, I feel, is going to be one of their... I think he's going to be one of their big talents, that they can really get behind, really push as a future, main eventer, future, great talent. Because we already know how great he is from NXT.
Correct.
And who's to say that, that maybe when him and Mia got COVID, that didn't hurt, that could be the health issues. That could have, flared up something that he didn't know he had.
Well, that's how they found it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, And so just give it time. He's not leaving anytime soon, boys and girls. He's in it for the long haul.
So, since we're on the AEW train, and Damien, great question. Thanks for asking that. We don't do a lot of AEW talk around here. But it was on the bar last night, so I had an opportunity to sit down and watch it. I wasn't fully invested because, like I said, I was hanging out, with my friends and whatnot. But I want to talk about the Young Bucks and how I legitimately cannot stand. I get that what they're doing right now is a callback to what they were doing in like Ring of Honor and the indie scene and all that.
Not wanting to put anybody over?
But what I watched last night, like, how do you not catch Pac? Right? It's Pac, and I forget who opened with Pac. One of the luchador guys, and I can't remember his name. I do apologize.
Was it Phoenix?
No, it wasn't Phoenix. It was somebody else. I don't remember. It might have been Phoenix. I don't remember.
Or was it his brother?
Oh, hold on. I'll tell you right now. Where's Phoenix? Open up. Wrestling. Yeah, it was his brother. I think it was his brother.
Because the Young Sucks, they just... it's like they just want to hold on to those titles for as long as they possibly can because they've got the power, they've got the control. I get it. Tony has the last say, but at the end of the day, they want to be the best tag team in AEW. Well, fuck off. Give others a chance. Look at
it was Penta
El Toro.
El Cerro.
Oh, okay.
I'm just reading what it says right here.
Yeah, no, you perfectly good. But hell, the Varsity Blondes would have been a good choice for them to take it off the titles. But instead, you let the Young Bucks keep it over and over.
Hold.
No.
Here's my problem with what I saw last night. And yeah, we got Edie and Ted chiming in saying it's his brother, it's Penta. Okay. So the Bucks make their way to the ring with like everybody and their fifth grandmother coming out with them. Don Callis, the Good Brothers, Michael Nakazawa, and Brandon Cutler. Literally everybody and their fifth grandmother. They've got the streamers that go off, and I get it's a New Japan thing, it's an indie thing. They look like they just won the fucking titles for the very first time in their careers. I hate their gimmick, their look right now. It looks horrendous.
Yay, another faction.
No, I don't care about the faction. We'll talk about that later. If I even want to get on that soapbox. But I hate the Young Bucks look right now. They look stupid. But Penta and Pac go to hit moonsaults off like the Tope Suicidas. And the one Buck catches Penta and Penta lands fine. The other Buck doesn't catch Pac. How do you not catch Pac? Like, how do you screw that up? You're both high flyers, and then I get it, right? It's got to be I hope to God it's gimmick based. I hope to God it's gimmick based.
I don't think it is. I don't think it's gimmick. I think he literally fucked up.
Penta hit them with hit one of them with a super kick.
Mm-hmm.
And like just the way he sold it made me mad. Because it looked so over dramatized. Like remember Michaels versus Hogan at SummerSlam a few years back?
I think I know which one you're talking about, yeah. The oversells.
It was like over dramatic selling.
Or, Rock and Stone Cold with the over dramatic stunners.
I love those though.
I know, but I'm just trying to, for other people that might not,
But I love those.
I know.
I enjoyed those.
The Rock was a good overseller. But I think they're trying too much to be the old, like you said, Michaels, The Rock, oversell bullshit. It's AEW. It's supposed to be something new and hot. Do something new and hot.
Stadium Stampede. Phenomenal. The Inner Circle. Phenomenal.
Sammy Guevara.
I said it last night. I was talking with Cam, and I said Sammy Guevara and Jungle Boy are the future of this industry.
I can agree to that.
You have in the Inner Circle, you have Jericho, Jack Swagger,
Hager, get it right.
Who the fuck cares? He's always going to be Jack Swagger.
But this AEW, his name has changed.
Bite me. The other two chuckleheads and Sammy Guevara. And you let Jericho do his promo, everything like that. And then you don't give the microphone to Jake Hager. You give the microphone to Sammy Guevara and let Sammy Guevara tell such a great story. And it's mind-boggling to me. And it's awesome. And it's just Guevara's the future of this company, of this industry.
Yep.
And supposedly it was his idea they had Stadium Stampede, it was going to be a cinematic thing, but they finished it at Double or Nothing. That was Sammy's idea, right? Have it work its way back to the palace.
To the crowd, yeah.
You know,
And that's a good idea. I mean, like, you have it a little bit taped and a little bit live, make people think something's, it's actually going on. Don't just give me, oh, it's all completely taped, so everybody in the crowd's just going, oh, that's cool. Let me know when it's over. I'm gonna go take a piss. I could have been watching this at home. Because I'm going for a live action show. I want to see some live action. I got to see it live. Instead of all the twists and turns of the camera angle. Cameraman, stay in one spot. Quit kicking over left and right. These camera cuts are killing me, brah.
And the Nyla Rose thing just kind of happens. Right, I'm reading the results from last night, and it's about midway through the Baker recap, and he says, Baker says that she was promised this is the start of a new era, and she was right. Baker says she'll elevate AEW to a whole new stratosphere. She invites Rebel and Shivani to celebrate with her and her burgers, but Nyla Rose slaps it out of her hand and tosses the rest of the burgers around, and then she just pops all the balloons. Like, what? What?
Yeah, dumb shit. Exactly.
And then the bull rope match was good. It was okay. It wasn't great, but it was good. Dustin wins that match.
That's good. Good. Dustin.
Obviously, big congratulations to Britt Baker for winning the AEW Women's World Title this past Sunday.
Yeah. Obviously. Big time.
Double or Nothing. Kenny Omega's a scumbag.
What else is new?
He still has his title. Big shout out to Jungle Boy for winning the Casino Battle Royale. He'll fight, as we said, Kenny Omega on June 26th at AEW Dynamite. For
Leo Rush making an appearance.
Yep. The Bucks beat Moxley and Kingston.
Whoa.
Supposedly Moxley's going to be out for a hot minute.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'd be out for a hot minute too if my wife was about to give birth.
Yeah, but supposedly he's got a legit injury he's nursing too.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. 2 birds with 1 stone. Just knock it out of the park and then, come back healthy as a horse.
Ted says AEW wants to break the 3rd wall on everything. I think he meant 4th wall here. On everything, yet still be an alternative to WWE. Don't even get me started. For the love of God, don't get me started on how AEW says they want to try to be different, and yet we're doing the same bullshit that WWE was doing.
It's WCW light with all these factions.
Yeah, don't even get me started. And I like some of the wrestling. Like, I watched the Bunny Red Velvet match for about 30 seconds and said, nope. They open it with a drop toe hold. Oh my God, it was the worst thing I ever saw.
Like, you can have good wrestling every once. Like, they have good wrestling on there. I swear to God they do. But like you said,
I agree. I've seen some of it.
But it's just like, show me what you're supposed to be different for. Why are we different? How are we different? Show me that you're different.
Yes.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me we're gonna be different. We're gonna be better. We're gonna be the A show, and you're showing me that you're the D show that's trying its damnedest to be WCW light.
Well, I wouldn't say they're a D show by no means, right? I think that they're just inconsistent with, and it's not everybody, right? I just think some of the pairings are inconsistent. I don't know if we're not putting the time that we need to into it to make sure that things go well. whatever the case may be, if these people aren't ready, you don't know, right? I don't know enough
Yeah.
to have that conversation. It's just sometimes there are...
they say they want to be different. That they want to use more indie talent. They want to use, and then they start picking up all these release talents. Like some of them, yes, I can understand. Others, don't be Impact. Just don't be Impact.
All right, let's transition out of AEW. Let's go into WWE. We've got a little bit of time left here. We got about half an hour left before we wanted to get off the air. So let's do some this week in WWE. And we're just going to pick highlights.
Speaking of this week real quick, for WWE, this week was supposed to be a good week. It was all about tag teams. I was surprised. It was WWE Tag Team Week. I'm thinking, oh, man, Vince is doing something right. He's not, we're not getting, and again, here I go trying to blame Vince, but, we're actually letting the tag team shine, giving them their week, starting off a new series on the network, for greatest tag teams. And then you have all these releases in the middle of the week that kind of just made me forget about Tag Team Week. Hey, I was excited for Tag Team Week, damn it.
I'm very numb to tag team wrestling just because it hasn't been good lately.
But the only thing that got me for this week for Tag Team Week was you had all the men defend their titles. What about the women? Where were those title defenses at?
I'm okay with that, though. Let that be special. Let that be, whatever
now that you put it that way, that sounds good. That sounds fine.
Can we talk about... So I want to bring up some different highlights, right?
Okay.
Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston's ring gear this week. Phenomenal.
The nerd in me had a nerdgasm.
Phenomenal.
I even had to share it real quick when WWE posted it. I said, "Yep, click, share." Couldn't share it hard enough.
I like that Ricochet's getting his shot up against Sheamus, and the fact that he won this week is fantastic.
Yes. Push Ricochet a little more. Don't have to be too hard. Just give him the nudge.
And then Humberto Carrillo wins as well.
Yeah. Sheamus with that double duty. Duty.
I was a huge fan of Mandy Rose and Dana Brooks' ring attire this week. They've been kind of trying different color schemes and whatnot. This one works. I like it. Keep it. Don't fuck it up. Keep it. Couldn't care less about Shelton Benjamin versus Cedric Alexander.
Just another quick match for the week.
Yep, pretty much. And then the Drew McIntyre Kofi Kingston match, I think, is the best match on Monday night. And Drew
I was kind of hoping for Kofi this time.
Yeah.
Because you could give McIntyre a match later. Again. Instead of giving McIntyre a match for the umpteenth million time. I wouldn't have minded seeing Bobby versus Kofi for at least one pay-per-view. Give me something a little different. Just shake it up before you go.
It would have been nice.
I mean, it's just Hell in a Cell. You're blowing it off anyway, so before Money in the Bank. So just give me a nice little blow-off match. And Kofi versus Bobby would have done it for me. I'd have been happy. I'd have been a happy camper instead of seeing Drew versus Bobby for the umpteenth million time, whether it's in a singles match, fatal four-way, triple threat match, whatever. Just give me something different. Just a little. Like I said, even if it's for one pay-per-view, just give me a teaser, a little happiness, something.
Daniel says, Ricochet's had too much heat too many times to get a regular push. I think this is going to be different, though. I think that we're going to see something decent out of Ricochet this time around.
I think also his matches with Mustafa Ali on main event, from what I've been hearing, have been so good. I think this is where he gets that push again.
And then Ted wants to know, what do you guys think about this? AEW finally got a chance to compete with WWE's main show, SmackDown. They chose to go after it. They don't want the Roman Reigns smoke. I think this is solely just because of the NBA playoffs is why they moved to Friday nights. Am I correct?
I think so too. I think that might have been
And it's convenient, though. They go on the air right as SmackDown ends. Like, you could literally end SmackDown, flip the channel, and go to TNT.
Yep.
Like, and growing up, USA was on channel 32, TNT was on channel 33. So watching Raw and Nitro was click, 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 right? Just back and forth. You know, now it's, SmackDown's over on Fox. Now I got to work a little bit, but boop, there we go.
Yeah. Like you said, it's a bit of a convenience for it to be on afterwards, to be on Friday. You know, I agree with you. I feel like it might be for the playoffs. If this is a full blown move, then this ought to be great, because I don't know why we're worried about ratings anymore, but sure, whatever.
I've been saying it for years. Ratings don't fucking matter.
I get it. It matters to the executives over on the network. I get it. It matters to them. But at the end of the day, if you're just putting on good wrestling for me, screw the ratings.
Daniel Price, it's a dumb idea. After watching 2 hours of SmackDown, AEW is like watching a giant bocce blow-off match. It's a disappointment. I don't like I said, I watched Dynamite last night. I don't completely disagree with what Daniel said here. There was a lot of moments where I went, ew, what the hell are we doing here? What's going on?
Another good match for Raw. The Orton versus Xavier Woods. How about that, bro, Derek?
I loved it. I marked out when I saw that he did the Bro Derek.
And it was funny because Orton's response to that afterwards was, he's got some good moves. He's got a good, arsenal, great moves, just with dumb names. I'm like, hey, yeah, there you go. Praise the man for his moves. Praise the man for what he does, and just tell him he just needs to rename them.
Right.
Good stuff.
Definitely good stuff. That's really it from Raw. Oh, we do see that Nikki Cross might end up duking it out with Rhea Ripley, and I'm here for it.
Hey, give me something besides Charlotte versus Rhea.
Damn right.
And then possibly a start to Alexa versus Shayna.
I like that. I saw that. The Shayna Reginald thing was weird.
Really was. But if it means splitting them up and having Shayna do a good singles run, even though we know she's probably going to get her ass tore up by Alexa.
Phrasing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that did sound pretty bad, didn't it?
Daniel says, Ripley's keeping that belt warm until Becky shows up. Brother, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm all for Becky Rhea. I'm all for it.
Yep. The man versus the nightmare, I'll take it.
I'm all for it, but I like Rhea having the title here because she is like she's the cocky that you're okay with.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Not that Charlotte Flair cockiness.
But she's like literally, thank God I have one of these sitting around. Yes, they're just I have titles laying all over my house. Leave me alone.
He's like Miro. He goes to bed at night with them.
Stop revealing my secrets. And this one's actually a white strap, so it kind of looks like the women's title a little bit. So, but she's literally sitting there going to Charlotte.
You trying to say something, sir?
It's mine, not yours. Fuck you. Right? That's literally what she's doing, and it's fantastic.
Oh, dear God.
My favorite Rhea Ripley moment has to be at WrestleMania Backlash when Rhea won, and she just went, neener, neener, neener. It was fantastic.
Oh, my God. Oh, shit. We have a little rascals moment here.
He goes, he shines flashlights off the faceplates of his belt to blind intruders. No. I have them conveniently set up through the house So, like, has anybody watched the Bad Batch episodes of Star Wars: The
Oh my
Clone
God.
Wars? The part where
Oh my
Crosshairs throws those little mirrors and shoots the one bullet, and it just. That's how it's set up. I can just sit in my house and just.
Oh my God.
Which, by the way, I did finally start the last season of Clone Wars.
Thank God. I gotta watch the new episode that dropped yesterday.
Oh, you're not ready for it.
I
I know what
probably
happens
not.
in it. You're not ready for it.
Probably not.
But NXT wise, Adam Cole ruins the triple threat match. So now it's going to be
Fatal 5-way.
yeah, it's going to be a 5-way match. Karrion versus Johnny versus Kyle versus Pete versus Adam. Because hey, when we fuck it up, let's put everybody in the match.
Well, I like how Regal's trying to tell Adam, you're not weaseling your way into this shit. You're not getting in. You're not like, just give me everybody. God damn it, just give them all. Regal's like, all right, fuck it, I like that idea. You got it. Changes his mind real quick. Like I'm waiting for the day. I'm literally waiting for the day somebody just goes, screw it, Regal, give me the whole roster in the ring at one time. And then Regal's gonna be like, "Oh, that's good stuff. Let's do this." You got yourself a match. We'll make it a all roster elimination style match. Last man standing gets it. Pinfalls everywhere. Let's do
So LA Knight's trying to get the attention of the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and I don't think I like it.
I think we see at TakeOver Grimes versus LA Knight, with one of them getting the $1 Million legacy.
Probably.
Which, if the rumors are true, means the $1 Million belt back in WWE.
Correct. Jado says they foreshadowed that hard when all those people hit the ring and assaulted Cross all at once last month. No, I get it. It's still stupid. Ted says, real quick, how does Liv Morgan, Mandy, and Dana out survive all these actually talents? Ruby, the Iconics, Chelsea Green, women who can go in the ring and talk with a mic.
It's like some people were trying to figure out how Naomi outlasted everybody.
Yeah, but Naomi's good.
She is. At the end of the day, there's no telling what goes through whoever made that decision, what goes through their minds. Maybe, Ruby had a big contract too. I wouldn't say it's like big like Strowman's, but maybe she had a good sized contract that.
I will say this though. Back to the Karrion Cross thing.
Yeah.
The line, give me Kyle O'Reilly, give me Johnny Gargano, give me Pete Dunne, and give me this gas station weasel Adam Cole.
I love that.
It.
Gas station weasel.
Ted, if you're still watching, Daniel has an answer to your question. I'm just going to put it up. I'm not even going to read it. I'm just going to put it up here. Well, Ted, short answer. Blonde.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I gotta give Daniel some credit. That's a damn good comment.
It really is. It really is. I mean, it 100% kind of proves that point.
But I guess, like, when I think about the women's division, right? Mandy and Dana are working hard.
Yep.
Right. They're putting in the work. Liv and Ruby, they work, but I think Liv's the breakout star of that.
Especially when they had her in those vignettes, trying to push her into something, new.
Well, not even that, right? Even when they do like the exclusives backstage after they lose, Liv's got the personality. Liv's got the talent, the charisma. Ruby just is kind of there, right? Ruby's great in the ring, past that, she doesn't have a whole lot to her. And I've been saying this ever since the Riot Squad days of Sarah Logan, Ruby, and Liv. I think Ruby can be a halfway decent mouthpiece, but she's so much better in the ring. Right? Liv should have led that group. Like, if you take that group, switch up the dynamics, let Liv be in charge of the group.
Yeah.
Right? I think they do totally different things. Better things.
You have the good mouthpiece, the wrestler dynamic, just it sets it all out there.
I really haven't finished SmackDown yet.
I was pissed. And the sad part is I saw the fucking ending coming. I saw that ending coming, and I didn't want it to happen. I knew it was gonna happen, and I let it piss me off.
Which ending?
The end of the show ending. The end of the match. Hey, we got our rematch because, I didn't get pinned. The ref was a dumbass. And Roman says, nah, you ain't winning unless I say so. Like,
yeah,
I get it. You're doing this whole tribal chief thing. You're trying to put Jay and Jimmy back together. This would have been the step up. This would have been, what is he afraid that them winning the titles is going to, put his tribal chiefness in jeopardy?
Maybe.
Oh, you got titles. You can't have titles. I'm the only one that can have titles. I'm the head of the table here. Recognize me.
Why did you go like weird Southern?
I don't know.
Okay. Okie dokie. I do want to, what I want to see them do with the Jimmy Jay, the whole dynamic they have right now. Let's go to the next step of it, right? We get it that Jimmy's not super happy with the way things are going. Next step this. Daniel, this is my problem with them flipping Reigns. He's not a convincing, tough heel. He's more like a whiny baby and a control freak. He's playing the bitch heel role. He's a cowardly bitch heel, right? He's got a tough side to him. But
yeah.
And we brought this up a couple weeks ago, Daniel. And I don't think you were in our chat for this one. He hasn't pinned anybody. He's had to choke everybody out, right, in order to beat them because he can't get the job done anymore.
I'm really waiting for the day that he comes out and is like, is Roman Reigns gonna have to choke a bitch?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's choked so many people out that I'm just waiting for to make the comment
Pretty much.
Well, actually, I'm sorry. He has pinned somebody.
Who?
Daniel Bryan and Edge.
All right, yeah, fair enough.
But I think that's probably been the only one.
Maybe.
That I could think of. Everybody else, like you said, has had to submit or give up. But because the whole, stack 'em thing. Rack 'em and stack 'em.
I get where Daniel's going. Cowardly here is one thing, but this is just, no, man, I get it. I do. All right, let's go to running. You got anything wrestling related, non-wrestling related?
No, I mean, I don't think so. Wrestling, non-wrestling, I just hope with
what's up, fellas? It's a bit early for you guys. Yeah, a little bit.
A little late there, Greg, but yes, it is a little early for us.
We're about 12 hours early. I won't lie. I sent you that message of, hey, let's do the show Saturday morning since I'm off. I know you don't have to be at the shop till 11, right? Mm-hmm. I've got the thing tonight. Let's just do the show because I wanted to do a show. And then Thursday night happens. I wake up Friday feeling like pure death. I didn't even get drunk Thursday night like I normally do, and I felt like I got hit by a bus. And I said to somebody at work, and I went, "Oh God, I have to do a show at 9 a.m. tomorrow. What was I thinking?
You know,
I have to be chipper."
It's it. When are you ever chipper?
Chipper here.
Hey, hey, but you sent me that message. I'm like, uh-oh, what's happening now? And then you're like 9 a.m. Talking about 9 a.m. I was like, man, I got to get up early in the morning for this shit. Fuck it, let's do this. And I'm just like, all right, let's do it. I don't think we've ever really done an early show like this. It's a little scary being up this early sometimes.
Bro, the sun is still out.
I only see the sun.
Aside from when we did our Sunday shows, and like when we did our WrestleMania pre-show, I don't think you and I have ever done a show with the sun out.
No. It's scary. It's light outside. I'm like a vampire sometimes. The sun, it burns. Ooh.
Goddamn vampire.
You know what, though? I did come up with something in my brain this week because it was Tag Team Action Week. I just now remembered.
What?
I don't know if I can see if I can remember this real quick. I come up with a combination of tag teams in quotations, and it just sounded stupid in my head.
Oh, this should be great.
But let's see if we can do this here.
Greg
So
says,
in honor of Tag Team
hold on,
Week.
Before you get there, hashtag agree to the poll. Shocked this latest round of cuts. Daniel Price. That big shiny orb in the sky won't melt you, I promise. Daniel, sir, my friend, my compadre, mi amigo, my homie. Do you live in Texas? Because if you don't, that big shiny orb in the sky will kill you. If you have your own insulation built into your body, that big shiny orb in the sky will kill you. It's like Jeff Foxworthy's "You might be a redneck if." That big shiny orb in the sky will kill you if. So, yes, sir, it will kill us.
For us fat men, the shiny orb in this.
Frank Vespi, bad show idea. In this very ring, done in the style of a Saturday morning cartoon. Oh, I have jokes. I have jokes for that. But I'm gonna, Frank, I will message you my jokes, and yeah.
But let's try this out real quick. The dumbness of a Butters idea. When you don't have nothing better to do than to sit on a forklift all day, you come up with stupid shit in your head.
There's a lot that I have to say to that.
Yeah. But in honor of Tag Team Week, ladies and gentlemen, see if you can figure out a few of these tag teams here. But have you ever felt the rush of the power of positivity?
Oh, no.
All while in the Uso Penitentiary. Are you one of those ones that have had the benefit of flash photography? All while making a rock-solid connection with Juice Sock deep down in Dudleyville. Don't give me that answer to that question, boys and girls.
Wait. Everybody fucking stop. Everybody stop. Did you just forget the first part of your sentence? I don't even remember it at this point. But did you just ask me if I made a connection with my sock down in Dudleyville?
Have
What
you
are
ever
you
had
doing?
Have you ever had the benefit of flash photography while making a rock-solid connection with Juice Sock deep in Dudleyville?
Frank, 1 hour, 24 minutes, and like 20 seconds.
Try between
Frank,
123 and 125.
Frank, get the clip. Frank, get the goddamn clip. I can't believe that. Wow. Wow.
And for the first part, boys and girls, if you didn't hear it, I said, have you ever felt the rush of the power of positivity all while in the USO penitentiary? I just...
Wow.
I kept trying to word everything around to where it wouldn't sound as bad, but it just kept coming up. So I said, screw it, let's do this.
Wow. Damien goes, what kind of fucked up OnlyFans is this? Daniel Price. So people are going to be getting doomsday devices inside of positivity cages with pancake belts and some characters thrown in with 3D glasses, sponsored by Rockin' Sock and Robots. What? Why? Why? Just why? What's
The mind of a madman while sitting on a forklift all day.
Oh God! Please tell me there's more. Tell me you've got more.
That's all I came up with so far, unfortunately.
Okay. I don't care what we call it. We'll figure it out later. But every single week, you need to bring me at least 2 of these fucked up combination things.
I will try my best.
Every single... No. Do or do not, motherfucker. There is no try. I want it. I need it. Bring it. Give. Oh my God. For those of you with the benefit of flash photography. I can't.
Have you ever had the benefit of flash photography? Oh, while making a rock solid connection with your sock deep down in Dudleyville.
I can't believe you just said that.
Just don't give me that answer.
And you're so proud of the answer too. Oh Christ. Oh my God.
What can I say? Crazy mind.
Hey, Damien super chatted us. Why, God, why?
He what?
So on YouTube, you can do a super chat. So he donated us $5, and he said, "Why, God, why?" Wait, Damien, why, God, why? What? Because I asked for more of these. I love this job. I swear to God, I do.
I love making everybody happy, boys and girls.
Because God is drunk right now.
Hey, man, that's what happens when you show everybody the power of positivity deep down in Dudleyville.
You guys can't tell me that you wouldn't. We started your day off in the best way possible, right? You got whatever the hell kind of fucked up OnlyFans this is, according to Damien. Oh man, that was great stuff. Oh man, I was gonna go on this Star Wars conversation to get your opinion on something, and I don't even have it anymore. I truly just don't. Right? I ain't got a damn thing for it. Oh shit! All right, let's pay some bills. We gotta go to work.
Yep.
Drunk God's OnlyFans, stripping and smitting at the bar.
Smiting.
Love it. Oh man. All right, let's pay some bills and get the fuck out of here. All right, so In This Very Ring every single week is brought to you by bodycheckwellness.com. Body Check Wellness is a line of products that promote wellness, balance, and recovery by using the full potential of hemp. They come in extracts, blends, gummies, and topicals. Use promo code HUD for 20% off your order at bodycheckwellness.com. Dr. Paul Vidal at Specialized Physical Therapy. He's our doc. Make him yours. 2 locations, Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Or check him out right here on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Many of us in our families deal with mental health and addiction issues. We're happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need mental health therapy or addiction detox, please call 856-651-8117. Alan Foy of eXp Realty is the man to call if you're looking to buy or sell a home or for a change in career brokerage. Reach out to him at 302-682-8820 or on the web at alan.foy@exprealty.com. In this very ring, and HED Radio is also very happy to announce that we are partnered with Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping with code HD at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. I forgot to mention it earlier, but news broke that now there's an HUD membership, $9.99 a month, just like the WWE Network. God, you remember those old promos? How everything was $9.99?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my, I got to see if I can find those. Ryan and I might have a new task. But in HUD membership, perks include appearances on shows, members-only streams, shout-outs, and weekly sports picks from Money Pot Podcast. I believe that's a YouTube thing, so check out the YouTube page for more details on that. Guys, we're going to get out of here. We've got some things to do. Damien says, those $5 go to counseling. Use it, please. They want to know when Frank Vesby's going to be the third mic on this show. He could be the Artie Lang to your Howard and Robin. I feel like I've been attacked. They can hire Dr. Shelby and scream, I'm the tag team champions. I love you guys. Daniel, Damien, Ted, and everybody that hung out with us this morning. We appreciate you. You guys are the reason why we do this. You guys make it fun for us. We're glad that we can bring you a little joy. We will be back at our regularly scheduled time next week, 9:30 Central, 10:30 East Coast time, for some more In This Very Ring. Check out all the shows here on HUD Radio. I know tonight on the weekly roundup, Zach and Steve have a cornucopia of guests on their show, so check them out later on tonight. And all our shows here at HUD Radio. If you missed any of the action here on In This Very Ring today, check us out on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, or Speaker tomorrow. Or just watch us back on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. And we will see you guys next week. For all of us here at HUD Radio, tell somebody you love them. We'll catch you on the flip side. Peace!